Trouble keeping up with the Joneses? It's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, Aaron Jones, no picnic a week ago. He's looking for another big game. It'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Carolina Panthers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy that springs for the good stuff.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And to give this time to the tailback. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And now look at him go. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Check three, check three.
On second down, it's Jones. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33. Off the play fake, Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Holding, offense.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
54 Mike. Watch the run. They're running it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Timmy Jernigan able to record his 5th sack of the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes him.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
59. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Fields. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Here's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. On the ground, McCaffrey. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll run it now out of the gun. That's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the carry, this is Pierce. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. We'll look now at our starting defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 44-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. On first down, Newton. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. 3rd and long, it's Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On the delay, Jones. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Fields. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
McManus's point after is good, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Newton's pass is on target to Moore. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. McCaffrey on the counter. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Here's McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Third and 2, Newton. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Carolina getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Newton, and his throw's going to be incomplete. The Panthers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And that will be incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Off play action. Fields. He's got his man on the crossing route. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first down carry by Jones. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Fields. Roberts got it. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw. Fields. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
That's on the former first-rounder from Ole Miss, Laramie Tunsil. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Packers have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. McCaffrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Let's go deep.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom! Big hit all day. Sack
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. On 3rd and 2, Fields. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Off the bootleg, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Making the catch is Sternberger. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. 20, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
We gonna shut y'all down.
So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even, 17 apiece. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st down, Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Fields. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Fields, and that is incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get off the field.
To throw is Newton. Short throw to Disley. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now it's Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down. From the red zone now, Newton. This is caught. And he's brought down. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Here's Newton. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to regain the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Sanders on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st down, Carr. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Going to give this time to the tailback. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Big stop, let's go.
From the gun, Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know how you put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them? Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Newton. And Thomas has it. A very good gain on 1st down, 9 yards on the dump-off. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd and short. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's take it inside his own 40. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with the game.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 6 just inside the 30. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Newton to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Philon with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. To throw on third down, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Off the bootleg, Newton. And this one's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kenny Clark in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance.
It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Off play action. Fields.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done. Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Fields. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got Sternberger. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
Mike 35, Mike 35. Touchdown.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Operating from the gun, Fields. And he's going to go down. He backed picked up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a one-point game. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Newton to throw. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's back to throw. Obviously a big, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Now it's Newton. Thomas has got it, complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Carolina, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.